Good morning. My name is Suki. I'm one of the palliative physiotherapists covering the day therapy unit and inpatient unit at Thames Hospice. Today in this video, we'll be looking more of a seated exercises. All exercises demonstrated and the repetitions suggested are just a guide. Please start with whatever you could do and gradually build over time. Remember to rest in between your exercises and repetitions. Your body could slightly feel warmer and your breathing could be slightly heavier than normal, which is okay. But make sure that you're able to talk and speak to others. If you experience any pain or a chest pain, it's more important to stop those exercises and seek a medical attention. And everybody is different and you might feel different on different days. It's quite normal. Just listen to your body. When you feel really great, just try to do a little bit more and a bit less on your bad days and work towards your best ability. And for you to begin with your exercises, make sure that you have a steady, stable chair and a cushion to support your back. And also you do have a jug of water, which is quite closer for you to reach. You can do this exercise alone with the music at the background or watching a telly. And when you do those exercises, you don't need to do them all together. You can sometimes pick only a few exercises and do. So it's all about your comfort when you do those exercises. And again, when you go through the exercises, the exercise is going to be in 3 sections. One is the warm-up, and the next one is your strengthening exercises for your upper limb and lower limb. And then the last one would be your stretchings, which would be your cool down. The benefits of these exercises all helps to mobilize your joints and help to reduce the stiffness and increase the range of motion, and it also improves your circulation. Now, to start with the warm-up exercises, if you could slightly move forwards in the chair, but if you could not move forwards in the chair, that's perfectly fine to sit more upright with the and in a taller position with the cushion at the back. So to start up with the warm-up exercises, let's start from the neck. You're going to turn your neck towards your left shoulder and gently to the middle. And then you're going to turn your neck towards the right shoulders. So just move as far as you could, but without any jerky movements. And make sure your movement is very smooth and settled as you do them. So again, try to do the couple of times, 5 to 6 times. So let's do a couple of times. Again, turning your neck towards the left side and back to the middle and then to the left. Again, back to the middle and 3 to the right shoulder and back to the center and again onto your left. And 3 more to go. Again on your right, back to the middle and to the left. And to the middle, and 2 more, and back to the middle, and then to the right. Again to the middle, and 1 more towards your right, back to the middle, and to the left, and gently towards the middle. The next one, we're going to do your neck lifting. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit more upright, feet flat on the floor, your hands onto your knees. So you're going to gently lift your neck up to the ceiling. You would feel the stretch in front of your neck. And then try and tuck your chin towards your chest. 1. And back to the middle. You're going to do this about 5 to 6 times. So let's do a few more. Again, 2 up. And try and tuck your chin towards your chest. 2. 3 up. As you do them, you would find that your joints are getting loosened, especially your neck joints. And 2 more. 5 up. And down. And a last 1 more, again up and down and back to the middle. So now you're going to sit more back and more upright. And if you could, you're going to stretch your right leg out. And then you're going to rotate your right ankle gently clockwise. 1 and back, 2 and back, 3 and back, 4. Make sure you're moving very smooth, nice and gentle. And back, 5 and back, 1 more, 6 and back and rest. As you do them, you feel like your ankle joints are getting more looser. So we're going to repeat the same thing on your left leg as well. Try and stretch your left leg out. And then you're going to rotate your left ankle clockwise gently. 1. Going to do it about 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. 6, and gently back. Perfect. So as you do those exercises, if needed, you could have your arms onto the armrest of the chair, or you can just keep your arms onto your knees and do them. So the next one we're going to do is the spot marching. This is also a warm-up exercise. For this, you need to gently move forwards in the chair, about 2/3, and make sure your feet are resting on the floor. When you do them, you can keep your hands onto the either sides of your shoulder, or you could keep, if it is getting harder, you can also keep your hands onto the armrest of the chair. So let's begin with the spot marching. So let's start. Lift up, 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 and relax. Perfect. As you were doing, you could feel that your breathing is getting heavier, and you can feel that your lungs and your heart is working a bit more harder, which is quite normal. So once you finished this, so try and move back in your chair a little bit backwards. Again, trying to sit more upright. So you're going to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And then you're going to blow through your mouth. We're going to do this about 6 times. Again, 2, breathe in and blow out. Again, 3, breathe in and blow out. As you do them, make sure your shoulders are more relaxed and do not lift your shoulder high enough. Again, 3, breathe in and blow out. Again, breathe in and blow out. And 1 more, breathe in and blow out. And relax. Perfect. And this is the end of the warm-up. And the next we would move on to the actual strengthening exercises. So I'm going to have a sip of water. As an exercise routine, it's good to hydrate yourself and make sure you hydrate yourself well enough in between your exercise. Now let's begin with our toe raise. For the toe raise, you need to move forwards in your chair. So again, try and move your bottom forwards, about 2/3 in the chair, and make sure your feet are slightly apart and flat on the floor. You're going to raise your right toe off the floor. So you're going to go up and down. Again, 2, up and down. 3, up and down. 4 up and down, 5 up and down, 6 up and down, 7 up and down, 8 up and down, 9 up and down, 1 more up and down, and relax. So the toe raise exercises helps to strengthen the muscles just on your lower leg above your ankle, and those muscles do help with your walking as well. So now let's do the toe raise on your left side as well. Again, as I said, make sure before you start your feet are flat on the floor, sitting more upright. Make sure you raise your toes, left toe off the floor, keeping your heel flat. So up and down. Again, 2 up and down, 3 up and down, 4 up and down, 5 up and down, 5 more to go. Again, up and down, 4 more up and down, 3 more up and down, 2 up and down, last 1 more up and down, and relax. The next one is your heel raise. For the heel raise as well, make sure you sit more forwards in your chair and your feet being flat on the floor. You're going to gently raise your right heel off from the floor, keeping your right toes stable. So you're going to raise your heel up and down. And we are going to do this about for 10 times. Again, 2 up and down, 3 up and down, 4 up and down, 5 up and down, 6 up and down, 4 more up and down, 3 more up and down, 2 more up and down, 1 more up and down. Fabulous. So now we're going to continue the heel raise on your left side. So before you begin, make sure your feet is flat on the floor and you sit more upright, and try to raise your left heel up, keeping your toes still, and back. Let's do this about for 10 reps. Again, 2 up and down, 3 up and down, 4 up and down, 5 up and down, 5 more to go. Again, up and down, up and down, 3 more to go. Up and down, 2 more up and down, 1 more up and down, and relax. Now we are going to move on to our ankle rocking. For ankle rocking, again, try and move forwards in your chair. Before we move on to this exercises, I just want to remind you again, it's more better if you could sit more upright, more forward in the chair. But again, if you can't maintain sitting forwards in your chair, you can always lean back in your chair, but you can still do those exercises. So to begin with the ankle rocking, you're going to sit more forward in your chair and your feet flat on the floor. So you're going to begin raising both your toes off on both your ankle and then resting them back and then raising your heel up. So you're going to do that alternatively, and your heel down and your toe up and down. Again, raising your heel up and down. And we're going to repeat this for about 10 times. Toe up on both sides and down, and heel up and down. Again, toes up and down, heel up and down. Again, up, toes up and down, heel up and down. 5 more to go. Toes up and down, heel up and down, toe up and down, heel up and down. 3 more. Up, toes up and down, heel up and down. 2 more. Toe up and down, heel up and down. Again, toe up and down, heel up and down, and relax. These exercises help to strengthen your calf muscles and also the muscles of your lower leg, which enables you to walk really well. The next exercise we are going to begin is your knee flexion and extension. To begin with these exercises, you can sit either back, or if you could, you can also move forward, bringing your bottom about 2/3 in the chair. So again, make sure your feet is flat on the floor. You can either keep your hands onto your knees or hold on to the armrest of the chair if you're using the armrest of the chair. So let's start with the right side. So you're going to gently extend your right knee, stretching your right knee as much as you could. And then you're going to bend your knees, resting your legs on the floor. Again, 2, stretch your leg, your right knee and back. And 3, stretch and back. 4, stretch and back. 5, stretch and back. 6, stretch and back. 4 more, stretch. I know it's getting hard, and back. 3 more, stretch and back. 2 more, stretch and back. Last 2 more, stretch and back. And the final one, stretch and back and rest. As you do this exercise, the most important thing, you're going to try and stretch your leg only as much as you could. You don't need to stretch your knee completely, just everyone is different, so just go as per your limit. And by doing these exercises, it helps to strengthen your quadriceps muscles, which is a big group of a muscle which is in front of your thigh. And again, these muscles help and enable you to move around and to mobilize. Again, by doing this exercise, sitting more upright, it engages your core muscles and also prompts to maintain your posture. We're going to do this leg raise on the left side. So before you begin, so make sure you're sitting forwards in your chair and your feet are flat. So you're going to stretch your left knee as much as you could, and then you're going to bend them, bringing your legs back. So we're going to do this about 10 times. Again, stretch, 2 and back, 3 and back, 4 and back, 5 and back, 6 and back, 7 and back, 8 and back. 2 more. 9 and back. Last one more. Stretch and back and rest. The next exercise we are going to move on is your knee raise. To perform the knee raise, either you can sit right behind the chair or you can move forwards in the chair as we did for the rest of the exercise. You can rest your hands at either on the armrest of the chair, or you can hold your hands onto the seat of the chair, or you can just rest your hands just above your knees. It all depends upon you what suits you. For this exercise, we are going to keep your feet flat on the floor, and I'm going to keep my hands onto my knees, and I'm going to raise my right knee off the chair to clear my legs and the knee off from the chair and back. So we're going to do this about 10 times. And make sure when you do this, there is a chance that you could move backwards. So always, in order to avoid that, it's better if you feel you can't maintain that, is to rest your hands onto your sides. Let's begin for 10 more. Again, on your right side, up and down. Again, 3 up, gently, nice and up and down. Again, 3 up and down. Up and down. 6 more, up and down. 5 more, up and down. Up, 4 up and down. 3 up and down. 2 up and down. Last one more, up and down and rest. Helps to strengthen your hip flexors, the muscles, especially in the front of your hip joints. So this also enables and helps you to raise from the chair when you do a sit to stand. Now we're going to move on to the left side and do the same thing. So you're going to lift your left knee off the chair and your legs up as high as you could towards the ceiling and back. Again, 2 up and back. 3 up and back. 7 more, up and back. Up and back. 5 more to go, up and back. 4 more, up and back. 3 more, up and back. Up and back. 1 more, up and back and rest. And make sure before you start these exercises, again, your feet is more flat on the floor. And to begin with, make sure you start with the right leg and then move on to the left leg. So from the middle, try and get your right leg outward as much as you could, stretching your leg out and then back. So this helps to work onto the hip muscles on the outer side, and also this helps with your walking. So again, 3, back, 4, back. So you're going to lift and then place it down and then back again to the middle. Let's do 6 more. Lift, place it out and back. Again, 5 more. Lift, place it out and back. And 4 more. Place it out and back. So 3 more to go. So again, try and lift, place it outward and back to the middle. And 2 more, lift, place it out and back. Last 1 more, outward and back and rest. So let's begin with our left side. Make sure before you start your feet are flat on the floor, and begin to take your feet from the middle to out and back to the middle. Again, 2, place it out and back to the middle. Again, 3, place it out back to the middle, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 4 more, place it out, and back, 3 more, place it out, and back, 2 more, and back, and 1 more, and back, and relax. Unlike the other exercises, you can't do this exercise sitting backwards, and you need to be more forward in your chair. So the next stretching which we are going to move on is for your legs. So for this, if you could try and move forwards in your chair about 2/3, and make sure your feet are about a shoulder width apart, and sit upright if you could. To begin with the right side, you're going to stretch your right leg as far as you could, stretching your knee and pointing your toes towards the ceiling. And make sure that your right heel is touching the floor. And make sure you keep both hands onto your left knee. And then gently rock your hips forward. And as you rock your hip forward slightly, look down and hold the stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and gently back. And gently relax. Now we're going to do the same thing on the left side. And then stretch your left leg out and make sure your heel is in contact with the floor and your toes pointing towards the ceiling. And try and get both the hands onto your right knee and gently rock your hip forwards, look down and hold the position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and gently back. We're coming to an ending. So what I would say is, in the beginning I said everyone is different on a different days. So when you're not able to do all the exercises in one go, do not worry. You can also pick a few exercises and just do at a time you could. And also, please be pleased about what you're able to do. Be positive and do not think or focus too much on what you're not able to do. And sometimes it's easier for us to not to appreciate the body movements happening. Imagine each and every single task you do in a day, you need lots of coordination happening with the body. But we kind to moan a lot saying that my body is achy and I'm not able to do this, but we forget about how much a body helps to complete the task. So be happy and be positive. Thank you.